Today I will introduce a cable fault pinpoint locator. First, let me introduce some of its accessories. This is the headphone and signal output cable. This is the charger and the connecting rod. Probes and probes. This is the host and storage protective box. Next, we will introduce the connection method. Connect the headphone port on the host. The charging port is in the middle. This is the probe connection port. Install the signal cable and connecting rod to the probe. If testing in soil, connect the probe to the bottom of the probe. If testing on a concrete floor, there is no need to connect the probe. The wiring introduction is complete. Now let's take a look at the host introduction. Long press the power button to turn on the device. Let's take a look at the host interface. The upper left corner is the probe indicator mark. This is what it looks like when connected. If it is not connected, it will show cross. These are four methods: all-pass filtering, low-pass filtering, high-pass filtering, and band-pass filtering. Click to switch as needed. The difference between these four filtering modes: the full-pass mode has a louder sound, while the low-pass, high-pass, and band-pass modes have increasingly lower noise levels. This is the volume setting. There are 0 to 16 levels to adjust according to the situation on site. This is the battery level display. His is a display of sound and magnetic field. This is a bar graph showing the sound intensity. This is a bar graph showing the magnetic field strength. This is the sound waveform display area. This is the magnetic field waveform display area. This is the sound gain setting. This is the sound trigger setting. This is the magnetic field gain setting. This is the magnetic field trigger setting. The device can be adjusted by manual touch or by setting the adjustment button on the right. The adjustment button can be rotated to select different functions. After the function is determined, press down to enter the setting. The interface functions of the device have been introduced. Next, let's do a demonstration test. Now we apply a DC pulse to the cable and then detect the fault point within the rough measurement range of the cable. Now, away from the fault point, let's take a look at the electromagnetic signal, difference and sound waveform display on the host. When the distance to the fault point is relatively far, difference display value is relatively large and the sound waveform is relatively small. Now we are approaching the failure point. After approaching the fault point, the difference value now shows a value of about 9, which was about 17 just now. As we get closer to the fault point, the time difference becomes smaller, and the sound waveform is also larger than before. Now place the detector directly above the fault point. After reaching the top, the sound waveform is larger and the difference becomes smaller. The difference is now about 2. Now let's go beyond the fault point and look at the device display. We now find that the sound waveform has become smaller and the difference has become larger. The detection rule is that the closer to the fault point, the larger the sound waveform and the smaller the acoustic magnetic difference. This is the overall introduction of cable fault pinpoint locator.